Hello everyone. Today I'm going to watch How to Plan an Orgy in a Small Town. It is a sex comedy indie film that came out in 2015. One of the main reasons why I want to watch this film is that one of the producers taught me in Toronto Film School, and he mentioned it because he just recently completed production on it at the time. So he used it sort of as an example in his lessons. His name is Jordan Walker. So when I was searching on International Movie Database to check my sources to make sure he was the producer of this film, I did notice that the movie has been getting sort of bad reviews, low scores on Rotten Tomato and all that. And I think it's under 6 for International Movie Database. My expectations now a little bit lower, so I will tell you if it's good or not. I just watched How to Plan an Orgy in a Small Town. It was, I probably would have to, where to start off? Overall, it was an okay indie film. In the memory of all the movies I ever watched, I don't remember seeing any other sex comedies, so I don't really have anything else to compare to. So in that sense, it is the best sex comedy film I've seen. The unknown cast, to me, they were unknown because I don't recognize any of them. They all did a decent job with it. It's an okay film. It's a kind of, it's on TV, have it on the background or whatever, have a few laughs or not, I don't know. I kind of felt the drama portions of it with the real big conflict of the main character. It's like she wrote an article about the town, and it's like it felt pointless. It felt her. It's not her character. It's just the whole thing that's revolved around her is not as interesting as the town itself is more interesting with the whole approach of them trying to pull together an orgy. Like, don't get me wrong, the actress that plays the main character, she did a decent job as well as everyone else, and I just felt script-wise, like at first I thought the whole beginning was actually quite pointless, and it's quite unfortunate with the whole article thing, and it's like the only thing she's not, her character's written in such a way that it's not, I don't think it's believable that she wrote an article and she's a writer, especially with the way she acts around writing articles or coming up with ideas. Like I've seen that done in many other movies and many other TV shows about struggling writers and that, and she must be a really bad writer. Like, that's the impression I'm getting just from the way the film portrays her character. As a comedy goes, it has its laughs. I mean, I guess it did what it was meant to do, which would be a sex comedy, so a comedy about sex, and all the funny bits are during sexual moments, or sex specifically, and so the movie in that sense accomplished it perfectly, and I really felt the awkwardness was really well done in the actors. They pulled off the awkwardness like perfectly. There's no way they could pull off the awkwardness like anymore. They were already through the roof when it came to awkwardness, and the awkwardness adds to the comedy and makes the comedy in that sense. It was neat seeing my teacher's name in the credits for produced by. I didn't recognize any of the filming locations, but I did see the CN Tower near the beginning, so I know it's in Toronto and around that area. And not, well, one part of it was, at least, with, I remember seeing Bay Station and all that. I mean, editing-wise, I did kind of like the editing and the way it was shot, the sort of the climax of the film, which that word kind of works more than one way because of the subject matter. If, in case you didn't get from the title of the film being called How to Plan an Orgy in a Small Town. I mean, you might get the wrong impression this is an adult pornographic film, but this is not the case. Oh yeah, on the terms of the, I really like the cinematography and the way it was edited for the climax of the film, because it's like, spoiler, it's like, it's various faces of the characters all arriving at the same time, if you know what I mean, you know? And I think that was sort of brilliantly done, especially with the music. The music choices in this film were really good. I mean, I didn't recognize a single song, so it definitely had that indie, not known feel to the film. My problem with it, indie film-wise, is, you know, due to copyright and all that, they can't have the character who's sort of a stay-at-home, living under his mother. He plays video games a lot and all that, and even, I don't know who came up with mother-daughter warfare or father-daughter warfare. That has got to be the worst fake video game name ripoff franchise I have ever heard. Like, I do not see the correlation between, like, if it was in a spoof, it would still, it barely makes sense, and it's not really comedic. Father, I mean, it's absurd, father-mother, or father-daughter warfare. Like, I know that's probably what they were going for, but it's stupid. It turns out just stupid. For someone who plays video games and stuff like that, I'm like, there could have been a lot more thought put into that fake video game name and that. And even some of the posters in his room downstairs, it's like you can tell we don't have the money to afford something that's actually decent or known, and no known video game would want a poster or movie or whatever in this film or appearing in this film because of the title and subject matter. So that really is the only thing that bugged me indie film wise in terms of low budget, and that yeah, whoever designed those like posters and the fake game and that, they did an awful job. I mean, either that or they didn't spend hardly any time with it. They're like, okay, let's spoof Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Warfare, and all that video game that's popular. We just add Warfare, and I don't even know how they came up with father-daughter Warfare. Like, that's stupid. Yeah, so, I mean, overall, it was an okay film. I mean, the way I see it, there's like okay films, decent films, and then you start into the good section. So okay it's not a bad film, but it's not a good film either. It's not even a decent film, it's just okay. It's an okay film. So what will I watch next? Subscribe and you'll find out. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day or night or whatever.